You know, I could probably guess who you're going to be in the next 3 to 5 years simply by watching these 3 observations of you. Number 1, what do you read? Number 2, who do you listen to? And number 3, who do you associate with? 4 days ago, I read a stat. In the United States alone, 83% of Americans did not buy a single book in 2012. That's not very good. And I'm sure in Canada, the numbers aren't far off. 83% of the people did not buy a single book. What are they reading? Maybe that stat's off a little bit. Maybe they're going to the bookstore instead. I don't know, but the reality is books aren't being bought. That's a horrible, horrible number. You know, I can look at myself as an example. There was a time in my life where I didn't read books at all. Probably because when I was growing up, books were not fun to read. They were textbooks. They were this thick, boring stuff, information, stuff I had to memorize for simple tests that I've never used since. So I was conditioned to believe that reading wasn't fun in my environment. But the reality is that there's a ton of information in books that are useful. Perspectives, fiction, nonfiction, cookbooks, music books, and so on. In my family alone, we go to the library every week or two and we buy, we pull out, we rent or whatever we do there. We scan in, scan out a big stack of books. And every night before bed, I read to my daughter and my son. My daughter picks a book, my son picks a book, and we go through the story. And I want them to know that reading is fun. And the other day I posted on Twitter, what book have you read that's impacted your life in a measurable way? And already I'm getting a massive list of books, and now I have some more reading to do. When I read, I gain new insight, new perspective that makes sense. A lot of it I can apply to my client's life. I'll write my own book one day. The second thing is, who are you listening to? Are you listening to people who build you up or tear you down? Are you listening to people's opinions that really don't matter? Are you listening to the critics? Are you listening to people who don't value your work? Are you listening to the radio versus a really great audiobook? If you're in the car, you may as well listen to something that is an investment in you than rather not. And the third thing is an association. Who do you associate with? And let me put it in this perspective. I've got 2 kids, 3.5 and 5. If they were down the street talking to old Billy down there, and Billy was chucking rocks at the cars going by, would you as a parent want your child to do that? Would you want your children to hang out with little Billy? I don't. I'm very protective of who my children associate with because I want them to learn positive things, great things, to be good citizens, to have character. Well, the same goes for you, the adult. Who in your life are you associating with that is or is not positive influence? Because I tell you, if you're associating with people who are a negative influence on your life, get rid of them. They're cancer. And if you're associating with a lot of people who are just nice to you, in other words, they don't push you, they don't pull you, they don't challenge you, they're really nice people, that's fine. But don't spend all day, every day, 24/7 with those kind of people because again, in order for us to become better parents, better citizens, better leaders, better business owners, better employees, better people, we're looking for people who will call us out, who will challenge us, who will ask us the tough questions. And therefore, let's make sure that some of that association is with people who inspire us, who empower us, who challenge us, and don't let us play the game of status quo. So there you go. 3 things that you can do so that you can make sure you're a better you in the next 3 to 5 years. What you read, who you listen to, and who you associate with. Three important major keys in your life. That was a horrible ending, but I'm going to stop here anyways because I said that's what I was going to do. Read, listen, and associate with the right stuff, not the crap stuff. Have a good one.